Roger Steinman, AB Michigan defensive tackle Morris Hurst 73 rushes at the line of scrimmage during an NCAA college football game against Florida on Saturday, September 2, 2017, in Arlington, Texas. AB photo, Roger Steinman Michigan defensive tackle Morris Hurst 73 rushes at the line of scrimmage during an NCAA college football game against Florida on Saturday, September 2, 2017, in Arlington, Texas. AB photo, Roger Steinman org x MIT, OTKTG 222. I'll preface this feature with the fact that, in my opinion, the Dallas Cowboys had a terrific draft. Of the 32 NFL teams, they were one of my 5 favorite in terms of the players drafted and overall value at each pick. However, when we look back at the 2018 NFL draft, there will be players that the Cowboys passed on who will end up being productive pros. Below are 5 players Dallas might regret passing on when re-examining this draft class down the road. DJ Moore, WR, Carolina Panthers drafted 24th overall, 5 picks after the Cowboys' first-round pick of Leighton Vander Esch, with Dez Bryant and Jason Witten no longer on the roster. Who is Dak Prescott's go-to target? Can Cole Beasley have a bounce-back? Will Allen Hurns stay healthy? On paper, the Cowboys did very little this offseason to upgrade the talent around Prescott. Ranking the wide receiver, tight end units of all 32 teams, the Cowboys would likely be in the bottom 5. Moore would have helped change that, and with his ability to create space before and after the catch, he has the skill set that would greatly benefit Prescott. I don't think the Cowboys will regret drafting Vander Esch, who should grow into the centerpiece of the Cowboys' defense for years to come. But if Prescott struggles to move the ball through the air and Moore finds success with Cam Newton in Carolina, the what-if questions will surface. Tarvarius Moore, DB, San Francisco 49ers drafted 95th overall, 14 picks after the Cowboys' third-round pick of Michael Gallup. When the dust settled on the 2018 NFL Draft, the main gripe from Cowboys fans was the front office not addressing the back end of the defense at safety. Xavier Woods, Kavon Frazier and Jeff Heath are the 3 options for the 2 starting safety positions, which is an unsettling situation from the outside looking in. If Woods can emerge as a viable starting free safety in year 2, then that changes things, but that is a big if. Moore was a player the Cowboys scouted heavily throughout the process, including bringing him to Frisco as one of the team's coveted 30 visits. Moore is still raw in areas, which is likely the main reason Dallas passed on him in the 3rd round, but he was impressive in his one as a starter at Southern Miss, and the workout numbers 4.32 40-yard dash, 39.5-inch vertical and 6.893 cone were off the charts. Jordan Whitehead, FS, Tampa Bay Buccaneers drafted 117th overall, 1 pick after the Cowboys' 4th-round pick of Dorrance Armstrong. Once the first 2 days of the draft concluded and the chance of an Earl Thomas trade diminished, safety became an expected target for the Cowboys on day 3. With Dallas' first pick in the 4th round, there were several safety options available, like West Virginia's Kaiser White and Texas A&M's Armani Watts. However, the best free safety option available was Whitehead, who was drafted 1 spot after the Cowboys took Armstrong. Whitehead looks more like a cornerback with his size 5'10", 198, 30-inch arms, and he didn't test very well with a 4.59 40-yard dash and 7.163 cone. However, his tape shows a smooth-moving player who can locate and make plays on the ball, as well as the heart and toughness to be reliable as a run defender. Whitehead has a chance to emerge as a similar version of Arizona Cardinals defensive back Budda Baker. Morris Hurst, DT, Oakland Raiders drafted 140th overall, 3 picks after the Cowboys' 4th-round pick of Dalton Schultz. At the start of the draft process, Hurst was a player often paired with the Cowboys at number 19 overall in mock drafts. But after he was diagnosed with a serious heart condition, Hurst's draft stock plummeted, with several teams removing him from their draft boards completely. However, the Cowboys weren't one of those teams. The final selection in the 4th round, a compensatory pick, would have been well worth the risk, but Dallas went in a different direction and Hurst came off the board 3 picks later. With his initial surge of quickness and power, Hurst is able to break the rhythm of blockers and quickly locate the football, making him an ideal 3 technique in the Cowboys' scheme. With his heart condition, the risk is known and serious. But if Hurst plays out his rookie contract without issue and is the productive player he showed in college, then not drafting him with a final pick in the 4th round will be viewed as a mistake. Shaquem Griffin, pound. Seattle Seahawks drafted 141st overall, 4 picks after the Cowboys' 4th-round pick of Dalton Schultz. One of the best stories of the 2018 NFL Draft, Griffin's story is well known by now. Despite losing his left hand at the age of 4, he was an All-American at Central Florida with outstanding play speed and toughness. The appeal of drafting Griffin wasn't just about his on-field skills, but also his intangibles. He brings instinct inspiration to the locker room with his heart and determination to overcome any obstacle in his way. While he is somewhat similar to Jalen Smith, great attitude and ability despite physical limitations, the cost of Griffin was about 100 picks later than where the Cowboys drafted Smith in the 2016 NFL Draft. And while he will likely never be an every-down NFL starter, Griffin projects as a valuable sub-package player and special teams demon, a better version of Chris Covington, who the Cowboys drafted in the 6th round. And with the final pick in the 4th round, Griffin was well worth the risk, especially for a locker room and sideline looking to fill a leadership void with Jason Witten's retirement.